You ever watch a horror movie and think, okay, this could be creepy, and then suddenly it cuts to black and white night vision that looks like it was shot on an old smartphone and someone's yelling in the woods and you're just sitting there laughing? Yeah, that was The Severed Son for me.
What is this?
It seems to have a taste of a foul man.
Tell me why I'm sick.
It was the beast! It ripped him apart!
You can't kill her, you fool!
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm diving into The Severed Son, a new folk horror film from director Dean Puckett. It stars Emma Appleton, Toby Stephens, Barney Harris, and Lewis Gribben. Now, if you caught my review of Frewaka, you know I'm not exactly a folk horror expert, but I've been curious to explore more in the genre. So when this one dropped on VOD, I was intrigued. Unfortunately, The Severed Son left me pretty disappointed. Before we get into the plot, be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy these reviews. And if you want to support the channel, I've got a Patreon where you can chip in for just $1 a month. And for $5 a month, you can even request a review. Links are in the description. Magpie, a young woman living in an isolated religious community deep in the countryside, has spent her life under the strict rule of her father. The village follows a rigid set of beliefs, disconnected from the outside world and bound by ritual. But when a man turns up dead under mysterious circumstances, fear begins to fester among the townsfolk. Whispers spread of a monstrous beast lurking in the nearby forest. So let's talk positives first, because there are a few. First up, the creature design is actually pretty cool. It leans into this dark fairy tale aesthetic that really works, and I liked how they used shadows throughout the film to obscure it. We mostly see the silhouette, which makes it even creepier and more mythical. It's got that classic less is more approach, and it pays off. The performances are also pretty solid across the board. The actors sell the vibe of this closed-off, deeply religious community really well. A standout for me was Toby Stephens as the village leader. He delivers these powerful sermons that actually made me believe why people would follow him. He's magnetic, but there's a sinister edge that creeps in the longer you watch him. It's a layered performance and probably the most compelling part of the movie. I'll also give credit to the setting. The film makes great use of natural landscapes, lush fields, dense forests. It's all very atmospheric. I wasn't sure if this was meant to be set in the past or just in an isolated community like the Amish, but either way it works and adds a lot of texture. But now, let's get into why this movie didn't work for me, because there's unfortunately a lot to unpack. First off, there are some wild swings in visual quality. Sometimes the movie looks great, cinematic and moody, and then suddenly we're in what looks like smartphone shot black and white night vision footage. It's jarring and not in a stylistically effective way. It feels cheap. There's one entire segment like this that completely pulled me out of the movie. Which brings me to the tone. This movie clearly wants to be serious and unsettling, but there are moments that are just unintentionally funny. The writing and presentation dropped the ball in key scenes, and I actually found myself laughing out loud at points that were meant to be creepy or dramatic. That black and white night vision segment, unintentionally hilarious. And a violent act in the third act that's supposed to be shocking, it just looked so poorly executed I couldn't take it seriously. Pacing is another big issue. Despite being under an hour and a half, this movie drags hard in the middle. There's this stretch where not much happens, the momentum stalls, and it honestly feels way longer than it actually is. I kept checking the time waiting for it to wrap up. There's also a lack of clarity in the character dynamics. I was confused for way too long about who was related to who, what certain characters' roles were, and how they were meant to connect. Some of that gets cleared up near the end, but by that time I had already checked out. When you're trying to build atmosphere and dread, confusion isn't tension, it's just a distraction. So yeah, The Severed Son had promise. It's got a cool monster, a strong lead performance from Toby Stephens, and the setting is rich with folk horror potential. But all of that gets overshadowed by inconsistent visuals, bad pacing, confusing storytelling, and moments that border on parody when they're trying to be scary. If you're a hardcore folk horror fan, maybe there's something here for you. But for me, this one was just a major miss. I'm giving The Severed Son a 1.5 out of 5. Let me know in the comments if you've seen The Severed Son or if you plan to check it out. And if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe to help the channel grow. And again, if you want to support what I do, check out the Patreon. Just $1 a month helps out a lot, and $5 a month lets you request a review. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.